Hey, Rebels. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what is going on. You know what? You're right. Let's first question out of the answer, the book of answers, and ask a question if you may, or take the question as take the answer as it resonates throughout the reading. And the answer that we have is you can find yourself unable to compromise. You could find yourself unable to compromise. Crazy answer because I'm sitting here and we are going to deal with the kipperish. You may find yourself unable to compromise. Kipperish. What are we talking about? A perfect deck for this. All right, so it seems like we have two sides to the equation. We got enamor and came out with the chakras. And everybody, I'm not one to really want to be up in anybody's business. But obviously, there's some part of me that is in people's business. What the heck is going on? And at the bottom, in between energy, there's a conflict going on because this is about an imprisonment. Okay, all right. Thank you, Kipper. All right, so we're gonna bring these in and just remember. Can we do something cute? Will you hold this for me? Oh no. We don't need to see his whole face, do we? Okay, well, just that much. Yes, there's fingers and everything. Anyway, starting from the bottom, and I'm here in attendance. Thank you. Wow. Okay, so there's two choices. You either proceed forward, or not even proceed forward. You may not even make the choice. Kipperish, can I have one more? What the heck is this third party about? Because we don't want to get to just completely assuming. All right. The third party is someone's concerns. All right. I'm getting something, but we're going to hold off on that right now. And we have a little bit, some details. All right. So what I'm getting from this two situations. Someone feels imprisoned by your healing. And they are concerned about telling you something. Because his mouth is in his head. They're concerned about telling you something. I don't feel that they are concerned about affecting your healing, but more so they are concerned about you leaving to continue to heal. But at the same time, they're having trouble opening up their mouth. So even though they know that telling you will potentially leave you stagnant, they're having an issue getting this out. And that's what they want. They want to leave you stagnant, but they're having an issue with getting it out. But as well, not telling you is eating them up on the inside. Because if they don't speak up, they can't hold you back. Oh, wow. Okay, and even furthermore, what they need to tell you may actually be about another person. Now, what about another person? I don't know. I don't know. I don't get the newsletter on what's going on in your life. I just get the pinch in the back saying, hey, get up over there and tell them something. It's not personal projection. And on the other party side, and so I'm not by any means intending on doing this reading. I'm being told by Spirit, we're not doing this reading to figure out what's going on with you. So yes, that's you. But we're more so here to figure out. We're looking at the other person. So okay, positive energy, good news. They are okay. So they're projecting towards you, and they're saying that it's not personal, that they're projecting towards you. So that tug that you're constantly feeling, that sometimes maybe, I don't know if you're still in the space of saying, hey, is everything okay, when they said nothing, but they may look, you may be able to feel it. They're projecting towards you, even without uttering a word. You can just feel that energy off of them, that you know something's not right, and what's not right is them. It's not you. And so you're right when you ask them, is everything okay? No, there's nothing okay. Look at how stern that girl is. There's nothing okay. And for them, it will be good news if you would just stay in the situation without them having to feel like they need to manipulate you into staying. Because though it seems to be one of their talents, or not talents, but one of their skill sets is manipulating, they don't want to have to do it. I feel like they don't want to have to do it because there's already so much on their plate. Because to what they're projecting off you is like doom and gloom. It doesn't seem that it's affecting you. And see how there's like, what do they call it? Energy swapping going on. See, co-creation right here in the middle for spiritual guidance. Balance needed in a relationship. So what this is saying is, yes, they need you. They need you. So we're going to put that right there, because that is very matter of fact and important. They need you to feel like that they are balanced, and you're not responding. You're not giving them your presence. All right, we're going to go here, then there, then there, then there, then there, then there, then there. And then it's probably one of those things. It's always something with this person, right? It's always this and that and other. And so I guess they're getting this feeling of they don't want to show up for you, towards you, how they always have, where it's like the boom, boom, boom. This is a problem, fix it. 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 Because you already got yourself out the door. You know, you got like a little bit of shoe left, like a shoelace is dragging out the door. And it's like, no, I need to approach this situation differently. So what is it? All right. What is going on that has them feeling this way? Doubt. All right. Got doubt from there. Bear with me, because I did not know what decks we would even need to be using for this, because with Kipper, you just never know. And due to it being Kipper, just choose to, it's more so of a freestyle read for me if ever I use Kipper. What other reasons? So we have doubt, we have temporary relief, one moment please, go in. Okay, doubt, temporary relief, and then we have thinking. Let's move these over some. Thank you for staying with me as I make a mess of my space, but it's all for you, so no problem. Anyway, so temporary relief, thinking, and open heart. So you doubt, of course. So this is like shared emotions right here. So you doubt that, they can actually relieve you because you understand that, you staying or what did it say at the beginning? You compromising. That's what it was. You compromising the situation. Because remember the answer at the beginning was, you may not be able to compromise with this situation. You may be unable to compromise with this situation. Could be unable to compromise with this situation. Obviously, you don't believe that you can compromise with this situation. They're thinking that you can compromise with this situation, and they're trying to come to you with an open heart and their vulnerability. Definitely do understand that you need to make the best choice for yourself. And by no means am I feeling that you should stay in this situation, especially since the wood behind them is illuminating in red, as well as her hair is illuminating in red, that it says they're craving, that they're desiring. So craving gives me addiction, that your presence has been around so long that they've been used to having you there for the day to day, that it's not that they want you. It's just simply they literally don't know what they would do without you because they've been so used to having you there. What would they do with that time? They want you to say that your heart is open to this. They want you to show them that, they can be back open for business. And notice how the heart is like rusted around. It's like paint scraped off and everything. This was a quick job. This was not something that they gave thought into. Spirit, where are we gonna go? This was not something that they gave thought into, or that they really invested any time or any substance into. This was more so of a situation. It was a quick job, like slap that paint on there and, sell the house type of stuff. So discovery, weirdness, curiosity. Okay. The unending sadness of looking back, endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, negative nostalgia. That whole card. No need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. That's a message for the both of you. Because, yes, it's a choice to stay in lower vibrations. But as well as a choice to not be in lower vibrations. And this girl, this young lady right here is, I don't even know what type of animal this is down here, but the animal looks sad. At the same time as it looks sad, it looks frustrating. And these birds are coming to talk to this young lady and say, hey, what's wrong with him? But at the same meanwhile, hey, come hang out with us, because they're not trying to do anything. They're not trying to do anything at all. They just want to sit there and we want to dwell. They want to live the same cycles that they've been living. A fish out of water type thing. You're going to get stuck, especially if you're not a flying fish. Strange that I said that, because up here we seem to have a flying fish. And she looks mad. Do you really want to, in the future self, do you really want to see yourself dolled up in the presence of this person and upset looking at your dream? Because this gives me what is it, DreamWorks, the movie, the film production place, right? That flying fish was her dream, and this one doesn't want to do anything. This one is out of its arena, out of its habitat. It's imprisoned. Remember the imprisoned card. So there's nothing at all to compromise to be compromising about in regards to this situation at all. Nothing's going to change. Everything's going to be exactly what it's been. This young lady right here is holding on to a beetle. It's probably dead. More than likely, at the same time, it seems like the aliens, from the movie Alien. This whole situation, then she's crying over this alien beetle. The situation is over. And so I feel that if you're looking to have a conversation or you're waiting on a conversation for them to open up to you, and it says nature communication. I'm sorry, I just nurture communication. Honey, what the heck is going on with my tongue? Flower energy, elemental message. You need to illuminate yourself, because whatever it is that you're giving this person time to reflect on, they're not really giving much time or consideration to whatever their issue or you all's issue is. They're not invested like that. I understand within this life that we have of being on a spiritual path, we tend to look out for signs and synchronicities. And as much as we look out for signs and synchronicities, do we actually pay attention to when the signs and synchronicities stop? That as well is a sign that so long as you're there, this is just it. This is all that it's ever going to be. Love is an action word, so therefore you need to show action most definitely to yourself. But loving action can be something for someone else that they did not realize that they even needed, and they could probably not appreciate you until later on in life. But that's their journey. You need to do what's best for your journey. And though this was more so about how that person is perceiving how they should deal with you and your situation, whatever this dynamic is, I don't even want to call it a situation, whatever this dynamic is, it's seeming like the ball is definitely in your court, because you seem to be the more oh, that was a tough, do we gotta use that word? I don't think we should use that word. The more responsible one. And it almost feels like that this person is your child, but due to how all this played out, this is not your child unless it's a grown child, and you're about to put this grown child out, and the grown child just not trying to go. Spirit, can we get a message of encouragement? Because obviously there is we don't want to stay in this message too long and listen to some stuff that we already know. And we do that a lot to ourselves, especially when we're the one who is going to have to make the move because the other person can't. We tend to stick around and listen to things that we know already. All right. We got some stuff. Let's see how well I can do, because we're going to get to this. It says you need to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieve your life. You need to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieving. What everyone else is doing and achieving. Your life is about breaking your own limits and outgrowing yourself to live your best life. You are not in competition with anyone else. Plan to outdo your past, not other people's. I feel like that this is a problem for the person to actually be capable of doing. So what this is saying is you can't take care of your life and coddle somebody else's experience. Take care of you. Let it go. Next card reads, we got a heck of a lot of I guess this is like a like a comforting present as you proceed and get rid of old. You get rid of the old to get something new. Next message. If you find yourself stuck in a situation you are unhappy with, ask yourself why you are still there. Why are you still there? Is it fear of the unknown? Leaving toxic situations or people can be the best thing for you. Be the best thing you could ever do for your soul and your spirit. Be fierce about it. I was ad-libbing a little bit, I'm sure you can tell. Next card, we got this card and two more. Okay, and that message was for the both of y'all. Ask yourself that question. Where's the question? What is start? Ask yourself, why are you still there? Is it fear of the unknown? Leaving toxic situations or people can be the best thing for your soul and your spirit. Now, though they have yet to learn that, you know that. When you know better, you do better. And you know better. So, yeah, cut the cord. Cut the cord. Next card. Let's read the message first, and then I'll tell you, because we got an animal spirit card. All right. You must break out of any limitations that are holding you back, whether they are self-imposed or put on you by other people or society. Break free and run faster towards your dreams. I love it when Spirit does that, and Spirit always does it. Like, hey, we here with it. We connected. Y'all, all I need you to do is pull out the cards, and I'm going to tell them, okay? I'm going to tell them. And we got Horse with Freedom. You're free. You are still there in this situation because you have yet to move. Remember, all this other stuff was about them. None of this stuff is your weight. None of it. So I know you probably don't need me to say, but take the steps that you need to detach and unbind yourself from certain things that may have to do with this person. And maybe it's time to go in the hermit mode from this person and situation and everything connected from them, not necessarily from the rest of the world. Proceed forward. That's something that I had to even learn when coming into the whole spirituality thing. Hermit mode does not mean that you get to lock yourself up in a room and just not be in contact and existence with everybody. Hermit mode means that I am setting a boundary. Even if it's a temporary one, I'm setting a boundary because I need to be able to proceed forward with something else, stabilize myself, move forward, or just completely dismiss. And I'm sure there's other ors. Okay? Get the or, O-R-E. That's a message for somebody, one individual. Next message. Do not allow anyone to abuse your power or take it away from you. Again, do not allow anyone to abuse your power or take it away from you. Remember, you will be treated how you allow others to treat you. Show them that you value yourself far too much to settle for anything less than what you deserve. What have we been seeing? Self-explanatory. Check. Last message. Make it your mission to accept all parts of you, the good and whatever you perceive to be your imperfections. Do not look for any outside validations. It's already within you. Once you realize your true beauty and potential, you will never doubt yourself again. So, extension message to take this back around to the beginning. So you telling me that you wound up with this person in this situation because you doubted yourself and you doubted your progress and you doubted that your patience wasn't something that was necessary and that you had to take what was right in front of you right then, right now. So it sounds like you were in a place of loneliness and that this person came to adapt to your life and your reality. And as you was with this person, you realized you weren't as lonely as you thought you were. So this time you should do a lot better, right? So as always, rebels, I love you. And you know what? Let's pull this card right here. No, this card right here. Harmony. I open myself. It says, I open myself to divine beings with, I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God. Thus, I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt, I find harmony. Match your shirt and your background. Beautiful souls, I love you so much. I appreciate you so much. But as always, you got business to handle. So others may not agree with it, but go Rebels!